Hello friends, welcome to engineering tutorial. So in this video we are going to discuss some more concepts on resistance and resistive circuits. So here we'll be discussing about the AC analysis of purely resistive circuit first, and then we'll going into the inductive and capacitive circuits. So before that, a quick review of alternating voltage and current. So an alternating voltage is one in which the magnitude, the amplitude or the magnitude, it changes with time, and the direction of the voltage, it reverses periodically. Okay, so something like this, let's say. Okay, so this is a sinusoidal waveform which represents the EMF, time varying EMF or voltage, which is expressed as E0 sin omega t, where E0 is the peak amplitude, okay, in both the positive and negative direction. Here also it will be minus E0. Magnitude same, but direction is opposite. Okay, here this is the positive half cycle from 0 to t by 2, and from t by 2 to t, that is the negative half cycle. Okay, positive and the negative half cycle. So this positive followed by the negative half cycle, that constitutes one complete cycle, one complete waveform, and this is the time period, capital T. The reciprocal of the time period is frequency. Okay, frequency is the reciprocal of time period, and angular frequency is equal to 2 pi f. This is hertz or second inverse, and this is radians per second. Okay, so this is the representation of alternating voltage. And here another thing which I have mentioned here in red, which is plus minus phi. Since we are discussing purely resistive circuit, so this thing will not come into play. So this is the phase, initial phase. So the plus represents phase lead and minus represents phase lag. Okay, so in purely resistive circuit there is no phase lead and lag between voltage and current, so it is in phase. So coming to alternating current, again same definition. It is a current, a time varying current whose magnitude changes with time and direction reverses periodically. Same thing here, it is the amplitude is represented as I0. Okay, the amplitude is represented as I0, and this is the during the positive half cycle, and this is during the negative half cycle. Okay, again time period T, reciprocal of time period frequency, and omega is 2 pi f, that is the angular frequency. So here, as you can see, there is no phase lead or lag for purely resistive circuit. Then the other things which are important, first is the mean value or average value of alternating voltage and current. So here let us try to understand what is mean value or average value in a quick way. So let's first see the definition. So the mean value, also called as the average value for a half cycle of alternating voltage, is that value of DC voltage, that is steady voltage, which would send the same amount of charge through a circuit for half the time period of AC as is sent by the DC voltage. Okay, this is DC voltage, sorry. Okay, yeah, this is AC voltage through the same circuit in the same time. Okay, let us try to understand what it says here. So let us say we have an alternating voltage, okay, like this. Okay, this is an alternating voltage, ET is equal to E0 sin omega t. So we only take one half cycle of t by 2 duration, okay, plus E0. So t and ET. So we have to determine a particular steady voltage or DC voltage which would send the same amount of charge through the circuit as is sent by this AC voltage over half cycle. So here we have to figure out a value of DC voltage which would send the same amount of charge as is sent by this alternating voltage in half time period duration. Okay, so that particular value we want to determine. So that value is equal to how much? That value is equal to 2 by pi E0 or 0.637 E0. This value is equal to 2 by pi E0, 2 by pi times the maximum value or the amplitude, or 0.637 E0. Okay, that is called as the mean value or average value of alternating voltage. Similarly, the mean value or average value of alternating current over one half cycle is that value of steady current or direct current which would send the same amount of charge through the circuit for half the time period as is sent by the alternating current. So here if we substitute E with I, we'll get the same thing. Okay, let's say it is IT and this is plus I0. So here that will be how much? It will be 2 by pi I0 or 0.637 I0. That is the mean value or average value of the alternating current. Okay, this. So we want to represent the mean value or of the alternating voltage or current in terms of a direct current, a steady current or steady voltage in terms of the value. Then after mean value and average value, there is the root mean square value, RMS value of alternating voltage and current. So it is also called as the effective value or virtual value of alternating voltage and current. So the definition is the effective or RMS value of alternating voltage is that steady voltage, again a steady voltage, a DC voltage, which when applied to a given resistive circuit or resistance, purely resistive circuit, for a given period of time produces the same amount of heat as is produced by the alternating current when applied to the same resistance for the same time. So there in mean value or average value, that was the charge, that was the deciding parameter. Here is the heat produced. So here if you want to understand this, so if we again put it in terms of this, suppose we have an alternating voltage only we take the positive half cycle, this much. So if we want to determine the RMS value, we have to determine a particular value of DC voltage which would send the same amount of heat energy, okay, as is sent by this alternating voltage for T by 2 second duration. Heat should be the same. So this in terms of the amplitude of this alternating voltage. So that value here is equal to 1 by root 2 E0 or 0.707 E0. So here that is equal to 1 by root 2 times E0 or 0.707 times E0. Same goes for alternating current also, RMS value of alternating current. So it is that steady current, DC current, which when flowing through a given resistance for a given period of time produces the same amount of heat as is produced by the alternating current which when flowing through the same resistance for the same time. Okay, again that is also 0.707 I0. So for RMS value, it is not necessary that you take only one half cycle, you can take complete half cycle also. That is the thing, you can take the complete half cycle, that is from 0 to 2t. Okay, For mean value it is half cycle, average value it is half cycle, but for RMS value you can take the complete cycle. So here if we substitute this with IT and this with plus I0, that is minus I0, so that will be 1 by root 2 times the peak amplitude of the alternating current, or 0.707 times the amplitude of the alternating current. So that is RMS value and average value. Then the AC analysis of a purely resistive circuit. Let us say we have a time varying EMF or voltage connected to a resistor, okay, with no other circuit element, capacitor, inductor, nothing, only resistor. So that produces a time varying current IT. So here the EMF or voltage is expressed as E0 sine omega t. The time varying current will be E0 sine omega t by R, okay. It will be E0 sine omega t by R. That will be the time varying current, which will be equal to E0 by R sine omega t, which is this. So E0 by R, that is the peak amplitude of the alternating voltage divided by the resistance value, that will give us the maximum value of the alternating current. So this will be equal to I0 sine omega t, the time varying current. So in terms of waveforms, the amplitude of the alternating current waveform, that will be less than the amplitude of the alternating voltage because of the resistance, and this will be the waveform. The blue one represents the alternating EMF ET and the red one represents the alternating current. The interesting thing, there is no phase difference between the voltage and the current, no phase lead, lag, nothing. They attain the maxima and the minima at the same time, they are in the same phase and no phase difference, okay. Then the phasor representation. So here we are using the virtual value or the RMS values, okay. RMS value is also called as the virtual value. So you can either write ERMS, subscript RMS, or E subscript V, which represents the same thing, virtual value or RMS value of voltage and current. So as we represent them with arrowheads which are in the same phase, parallel, okay, they are in the same phase, as there is no phase difference. That is for purely resistive circuit. Then is the average power. So the average power in the resistive circuit is the product of the virtual values of voltage and current, okay. It can either be represented as EV, IV, or we can represent EV, voltage V is equal to IR, so that is equal to IV into R into IV, so that becomes IV square R, or V square by R, EV square by R, that way. So any formula you can use depending upon the data which is given to calculate the value of average power, or you can use in terms of the peak values of voltage and current. As we know, the RMS or virtual values of voltage and current, that is equal to 1 by root 2 times the amplitude of voltage and current. So EV/IV is equal to E0 by root 2 into I0 by root 2, that is equal to 1 by 2 E0I0. That is the average power. And the instantaneous power at any particular time, it is equal to PT is equal to ET into IT, that is E0 sine omega t into I0 sine omega t. That way you can use trigonometric identities to determine the value. So that is another thing. So this is the average power. So the representation of the average power, it is through positive peaks, the average power, this is the thing. So ET, the blue one, that is the alternating EMF, IT, the red one, and for the instantaneous power, that is the green one, which is represented by positive half cycles. Okay, so this is the AC analysis of a purely resistive circuit. In a quick way, without going into details a lot, I just I tried to give you a quick review of the whole thing, which will come into play in our discussion related to the parameters associated with power transmission lines. Okay.